Today we honor the brave men and women in our armed forces. My own father is just one of the more than 18 million veterans in our country, but many of us will never understand the sacrifices they have made. That's why Jeff, Eric, and I recently asked Gulf War veteran and Purple Heart recipient Tony Drees to join the panel. But first, we had to hear Tony's incredible story.
All my life, I knew I was going to be in the Army. I always ran around with G.I. Joes and playing Army or superhero or whatever. That ever since I was a small child, that was I knew that I was going to go serve. I guess whatever what you intend that hard, or whatever you put in the world that hard as your purpose, there's no way it couldn't come true. So what happened is I did 4 years in the Army. I got out of the Army and then I'd go to college, so I went to the University of North Dakota, my hometown in Grand Forks. And then the Gulf War started in August. In January of 1991, I got the letter and reactivated me to active duty to go join the Persian Gulf. Welcome to Saudi Arabia. Welcome to the war. I was literally in country for 9 days before the day that we know of now, February 25th, 1991. The days leading up to that were very interesting. Night one, we hear the air raid siren. We slam the doors. We're sitting there with our helmets or whatever. We literally hear incoming toward us. Then the next thing we hear is shoo boom, shoo boom, shoo boom. 3 shots. Then you hear, and then you hear rain tapping down of the shrapnel of the projectile that got shot down over the building, of us raining down on our building as you're sitting there cowering with your helmet on. That was day one. On the 9th day, we heard the air raid siren. I heard specifically the sergeant say, "Close the door, close the door." So I was reaching over the cot to get my helmet. About the time my hand touched the helmet, and I was expecting to hear the shoo, shoo, shoo. And the next thing I felt more than I heard was the most concussive force. I can hardly describe the boom. It literally knocked me off my feet. And I remember going like this and looking up and going, holy crap. Because what was once fluorescent lighting, I could see the stars, I could see outside. A piece of the shrapnel hit me in the top of the femur, in the top of my leg. It broke my femur, and then it blew out the backs of both my legs. It looked like I had been in a shark bite. So then after 9 months and 58 surgeries, I jogged out of the hospital. I kept that leg for 27 years. Then at age 50, I lost my leg at the hip. I had a wonderfully talented civilian doctor. He didn't understand the ramifications of blast wounds. I had an open wound for 27 years. He unilaterally made the decision to close it while I was in surgery. After that, then there was no place for my infection to drain, and so it made a squamous cell, it made a pocket of tumor, and then all of a sudden I have cancer. And I was ready to quit after that. That one hurt so much. My body was so tired. So the fact that I felt like tapping out for a second, I had to regroup. I was like, nope. I said, I'm not gonna suffer. I said, I'm gonna take this as a journey, and I'm gonna pay attention, and I'm gonna document it like I've done with everything else in my life, because someone's gonna need to know how to navigate this that I'm going through. And that's what I get to paint with my life story, is it's okay to navigate your way. Do it with some intention, and make sure you take somebody with you.
Wow. Unbelievable. I mean, hero in every sense of the word. So we are so lucky. Today, Tony joins us live in studio. Tony, it is such an honor to meet you. What an ultimate sacrifice, and just what an inspiration you are. Before we begin, I think we need to address this magnificent creature alongside you. Can we show, I believe this is Diva. Tell us about Diva.
Yeah, Diva's my, Diva. She's my almost 4-year-old service dog. Yeah, she's my best dog ever.
Tony, you've been dealt so many, let's just say, a bad hand in life. And a lot of people fold, like you said, you almost did. What makes you so positive today?
When I was 13,
I was in court, and my biological mom said that she didn't want me anymore. And she told all these strangers that I was ruining her life, ruining her marriage. She never wanted me, all this stuff. And I was at that point where I didn't want to live. And it was at that time that my now adoptive mother, my mom, my Vivian, she caught me at that time, and she said, listen to me. She said, I know what happened to you. I heard what they said, and I know what they've done to you. She said, I need you to understand that life's not fair, and for that I'm really sorry. She said, but the good thing I need you to know is that life is not fair. And so whether any of those things they said about you are true, from this second on is up to you.
Tony, in the piece you mentioned the idea of taking someone with you, and on Veterans Day there's a lot of veterans out there, and that's a hot button term, veterans, and it means a lot of different things to a lot of different vets. Can you take some of our DBL Nation with you today?
If I can say to veterans, the first thing I'll say to you is be patient. Be honest with where you are. I'm a big advocate of recreation therapy, as you guys have got inclined to, but being outside, running with these dogs, doing something to get your blood flowing, it can get your mind right?
I think we could listen to you all day. And I think our viewers, I'm sure, want to learn more about you. I want to thank you, Tony, for your incredible sacrifice, your service, for your inspirational story. To all the veterans out there that are watching, we salute you. We really do. And to learn more about Tony and his mission, follow him on social media or visit his website, transition-expert.com.